In this BitBlox review, we will go over this new landing page tool and take you inside. BitBlox has an intuitive editor, very well designed templates, but currently it's a little light on features that some of the top competitors do have. This, out of the 15 and more landing page builders that we looked at, came in number 8 in our rankings with a solid score of 7.75 out of 10. So BitBlox is only one out of many reviews that we did, and you can find all of these in-depth reviews with video as well as the full rankings on our site. So just click the on-screen link, or there's a link in the description below. Now, this was a massive project. We tested these landing page tools on over 50 different factors, so we did a lot of analysis, learned a lot of information, and we put together some of the most important nuggets that we've learned, as well as what are the most important factors that you need to consider when choosing a landing page building tool. And you can obtain that free PDF buying guide only on our site, so check it out. Now, let's get started with the BitBlox review and walk you through the tool. BitBlox is a page block builder, so it's a little bit different in terms of how it builds landing pages, and it's a very efficient way, and we think you'll enjoy this new way of building and creating landing pages. Basically, the gist behind this is that instead of adding individual elements like an image or a headline or a form like you would do in a drag and drop system, this works on adding the whole section of the website. So you can add a testimonial section, you can add a pricing page section, and they're very nicely designed. So first of all, you can see it's just a really nice intuitive editor. They also have templates. So they have about 11 different templates, just beautiful designs in terms of full length images, in terms of the fonts, the colors. Everything looks really nice, really modern, really simple, but still catches the eye, very stylish. But we're going to go ahead and actually start one from scratch, and you'll see kind of just how easy it is. So let's start with the cover image. So this is the hero image you typically see on the top of a website. And you have all these different ones that you can pick. Let's go ahead and pick this one. And then next, let's add some pictures. So they have all these what they call feature pictures and portfolio. So let's pick this one, add that. Next, I want to get something with icons. So let's see what we have here. Okay, that should do. And then how about a testimonial section? They have a couple nice designs here. I like this one, so we'll add that. At the bottom, let's put in a form. Of course, that's crucially important for any type of landing page to get conversions. And last, we'll put a footer. Okay, so now you'll see we have our page. Just in about a minute or so, we were able to put together a page just customized, that's personalized in terms of the layout that we wanted. And it looks great. Everything fits together perfectly. The design flows. Of course, we have to customize this and personalize it with our text and our images, and that's what we'll go ahead and do now. So it's very easy. If you want to change a headline, you can do something like the following. Let's do a restaurant. And you can edit the buttons. If you want to delete something, you can. But unlike a drag and drop, you can't move anything around. So they are pretty much static where they stay. We didn't find that too constricting because you do have the option to pick the different blocks. If you don't like the different layout of a block, just pick another one. Also, the nice part about this, you can't really mess a whole lot up. For folks like me who are design challenged, I like to not make a whole lot of customizations, but I do like to make some personalization options. So that's what I like about the page block system. So let's go ahead and you can change the image. So this is a restaurant theme, so I got a silverware picture quickly off the internet, and here you can kind of strange how that other picture showed up for a while. But here you can size the image. So let's, I don't want the size, I think zoom it out and then just resize it down. And let's get that knife in there. Okay, so you'll see it's very intuitive editor to use. It's going to take a little while to figure it out exactly, but it's very easy to use. Now, you're not going to want to add and delete a whole lot of elements, but you do have some flexibility in that realm. So let's go ahead and delete this. And say we want to add a button, but not have it there, have it below the picture. We can go ahead here, go to Add Elements, toggle that on. And then I think you can only add elements on the top and bottom of sections, which is a little constraining. But if you want to add something on the bottom, you can, like a button, and then if you want to change that to have a contrast pop out a little bit more, you can just do that. So that's some of the different kind of customization options that you can do. In terms of the settings, you can also change the background of the settings. So for example, I like with the sections to have them contrast in different colors. So it goes, you know, a background color to white, back to the background color of green to white. But then you'll see this one, there's no contrast between the testimonials and the forum section. So let's just go ahead. It's really as simple as just hitting that dark style and then toggling that on, and then you get the nice kind of different contrast between the different sections. In terms of the other features that it has, one nice thing that you're not going to see in a whole lot of landing page builders is it has parallax background images. Now we'll show you exactly what this is. This parallax creates basically a 3D effect with the picture in the background. So let's go ahead and do fixed. And let's add this egg picture. Alright, so this is not true parallax. This is what's called fixed, and a lot of landing page builders have this. They fix the image in the back, so when you scroll, the picture stays fixed. The nice option, what they do have, which most, actually only 2 or 3 out of the 20 or so that we tested have, is animated parallax. So if we click that from the drop down menu, you see it almost creates like a 3D effect. And basically what that's doing is that the image in the background is scrolling, but it's scrolling at a slower rate than the foreground, and that's what creates that nice effect. So that's something that you'll see in a lot of website designs and on a lot of sites, but not a lot of landing pages currently have that. Now, a lot of landing pages consider that fixed setting as parallax, but I don't. I think it has to be 2 different speeds of scrolling to really create that effect. Some other things they have is color overlay. So for example, if we go back to the image, you can click on this and you can put a color overlay mask on an image, which is also another style and design feature that you see on a lot of different pages. So if you wanted something green, you can make it lighter or darker. You have unlimited options here in terms of what you want that image color overlay to be. Another nice thing that they have is an icon library. So if we want to change any of these icons here, we can just click on this button here, and it has a very large library of different images that we can change it out. Very simple, and there you go. Now if you delete something, like let's say we delete one of the items, sometimes it adjusts to look better and sometimes it doesn't. So here it kind of looks a little off balance with that. So I would like to add that back, but here comes one of the downsides of BitBlox. It doesn't have an undo function. So kind of frustrating when you just want to, you're so used to many different apps having an undo. You can't do that in actually a fair amount of landing page builders. I would say about half of them you can't have, for some reason, undo functionality, and BitBlox is currently one of those. So that's something we would like to see. Really the downside is some of those key features that you might not see on the surface, but really once you start to get to use the tool, you'll see some of the things that it's missing. We ranked it a 5 out of 10 on features, and we ranked it very highly on the other factors, design, usability, and price. So where does it fall short on the features? It doesn't have a countdown timer. So countdown timer is a element you're going to see in a lot of different pages. You can't add that. In terms of the elements you can add, it's very restricted to only social buttons, pictures, buttons, and text. There's no integration with Zapier, which I like to see. Really not a must-have, but maybe for some it is. But it's really nice to have, because if you can integrate your landing page with Zapier, then you can integrate it with over 500 different apps. The next thing it doesn't have is digital asset delivery, which is a nice feature where you can upload your lead magnet, whether it's an ebook or anything else, and then once someone fills out a form, like on the bottom, you can take them directly to the ebook, or you can have it sent to their email that they input into the form. There's no WordPress plugin, so if you do need to go ahead and upload this to your WordPress site or to any different website that you have, you're going to need to do this. Go into the settings, and then third-party domain, and then you're going to need to fill this out and connect your domain. So what you're going to need to do is find your CNAME and your DNS records, and then hook that up into the hosting provider to connect BitBlox to your domain. A simpler way, you can just put it on your subdomain, and if you want to do that, you can just enter a subdomain, and then it will automatically publish to that page. The downside of that, for some people, it's going to have the BitBlox in the URL, so that's one of the main reasons why you would want it on your own custom domain. A nice option, and really you see this in almost any landing page builder, but you do have the option to inject code, like different Google Analytics code, maybe some JavaScript, I believe, and different things that you don't have some functionality in the landing page builder itself. You can do it that way. Now, in terms of integrations, it has some of the major ones, but it's a little lacking in integrations because it is a very new tool. I believe it's only around 6 months old. So you see here it has MailChimp, GetResponse, Constant Contact, etc. Google Sheets. Nice thing about Google Sheets, you can set it up to integrate with Google Sheets, which integrates with Zapier, and then you can maybe finagle together an integration that way. So there's enough options here, but definitely not the most options in terms of what you'll see in integrations. Other things we would like to see is a custom favicon. So the favicon is this little icon up here. We didn't see a way that you could change that within this tool. And importantly, it doesn't have pop-ups or exit pop-ups. And so that's something that you'll see in a lot of landing page builders. A lot of times you like to have a two-page opt-in where you hit this button and then it pulls up a form instead of having the form directly on the page. Sometimes people see a lot better conversion rate doing it that way. That's something that they currently don't have and is definitely a big downside. Now, they do have A/B testing. That comes only in the professional plan. So let's go ahead and go into what the different pricing is. So with BitBlox, the pricing for the basic plan, which does not include A/B testing, and you don't get chat support, is $39 a month, or you can get the $29 plan, which is really paying annually. So it's really paying $348 up front for the whole year, and that's a 26% discount over if you paid month to month. For the professional plan, what you're going to pay is $59 for month to month with no commitment, or if you pay up front for a year, you'll get a 17% discount, which comes out to $588 per year. The real nice thing about these plans is you're going to have, as you see, unlimited pages, visitors, leads, and domains, which is not common, especially in basic plans. So this is, if you have kind of a higher traffic website, you're going to see in a lot of landing page building tools that you're going to go over your limits with the basic and maybe even the second level up, the pro plans. Not going to have that problem with this. So in conclusion, the BitBlox is a very nice new landing page builder on the seam. We love the page block system. We find it's a great balance of ease of use as well as with customization. And as you can see, it was a very nice editor, greatly designed elements, and where it falls short is some of those features that it's missing, but being new, we hope that they can fill some of the gaps in the feature set. And we really do think that BitBlox is a great foundation to build on for the future. So again, this is just one out of the more than 15 landing page tools that we reviewed. You can check out the other tools reviews on our site, see which is the #1 tool, and also check out this link. We have an in-depth guide at no cost to you, which goes over all those tools and which goes into more detail in terms of what you're going to need to look at in terms of the buying factors to pick the right tool for yourself. So thanks for watching. Again, this is Steven from MarTech Wiz, and have a great day. Bye-bye.